The Miami Dolphins are the number one team in the NFL. Let's talk about it. A lot of people came out yesterday excited with the simple fact that the NFLPA survey came out and the Miami Dolphins were number one. And they were number one, ladies and gentlemen. In almost every category, they were top five. They were top five in every category except one, coaching. They were eighth, okay? Which is interesting. Yeah, that was interesting. But here's what I want to say. Good job, Stephen Ross. Good job, Stephen Ross. You take care of your team. You take care of your players. You take care of their families. You do a good job making sure that the employees and your players are happy about being in Miami. And that can go a long way, ladies and gentlemen, in free agency. When we have money, people will know that Miami is the destination. That's a preferred destination. This survey by the NFLPA puts us at the top of the destination in the NFL at this point. We are number one. I don't care who it is. Now, we are number one from a environmental standpoint. Unfortunately, a part of that influence is also it being Miami, which causes issues too. When you look at some of the players now, ain't gonna get into that. But congratulations. This is a win for Stephen Ross. And it's a win for us knowing that it can help us out in free agency in the future. Outside of that, who cares? What is wrong with Dolphin fans? Y'all act like this is indicative of what happens on the field. This has very little impact of what happens on the field. And obviously, you see the reports. Some of the worst surveys are the ones that are the teams that's winning. This is not indicative of the play on the field whatsoever. Okay? This is for Stephen Ross, knowing that he's running the right organization and it's a proactive, positive organization in regards to how they treat those who work for them and in the environment in general. That's all it is. And the only thing football related that it impacts is being a preferred destination. Outside of that, it has nothing to do with X's and O's. I don't care nothing about no report card. Congratulations, Stephen Ross. I can care less about that report card. Who cares about it? We ain't win a playoff game since dinosaurs existed. That's about all I care about. That's what's important in this situation. That's what matters most. So I want to see the survey on the things that matter the most about winning. But we ain't going to see that. We ain't going to see that survey. But it's all good. It's all good that we're not going to see it. But yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. We got to figure out as an organization how to be the actual best organization by mirroring the two things together. We have to mirror the two things together. Okay? We have to be able to say, hey, we need the success that correlates with being the best organization in football. And why can't we have it? Why can't we ever get over the hump? It's a great question, y'all. What's the issue? We talk about, it's injuries. Was it injuries? Because in the past, it used to be injuries. Y'all remember, do you not notice the constant cycle of insanity that we put ourselves through? You think last year injuries derailed us? Go back 10 years ago. We said the same thing. Injuries derailed us. It's a part of the game. These things are going to happen, sometimes worse than others. We cannot be an organization where we put all the pieces together, but we don't have contingency plans and we don't have backups for those pieces. So every time one of the pieces come off the board, there's just a void. At what point are we going to build this thing to be able to withstand losing the pieces, withstand the injuries? That's what winning organizations do. Not sit here and get all the pieces and say, oh, we lost them, but next year we hope they stay healthy. Come on. In what world are we talking about here? And what? Come on. We got to stop this mess. This is why I do what I do. This is why I talk the way I talk. This is why a lot of people say you're pessimistic. I'm not pessimistic. I'm just showing you where the flaw is that we've always had. Now, and the reason why I'm talking about it, because I need to drill it in a lot of people's head so that they could start hollering about it. And when they start hollering about it, it gets out here on these outlets and everybody puts it out there. And next thing you know, the general manager like, oh, this is what people feel. Ah, they got a point. I'm not going to shy away from trying to do that work and get that message across. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd argue you ain't like people always like, oh, you need to find a new team. You're not a real fan. You're always negative, right? Then with that being said, then what if I say the real fans are the ones that are concerned about our issues more than our strengths? Because the issues are what holds us back every year, not our strengths. Our strengths never matter if the issues keep holding us back. So anybody who's not really focusing in on the issues and talking about them more than anything needing to be fixed, you don't want to have success. You don't want to have success. So at the end of the day, I don't care nothing about the NFLPA survey. It's good for Stephen Ross. That's why his team is worth almost $6 billion now when he's invested only about $1.8 billion in it. Congratulations to him. He's making his money and we're losing. So yeah, good for him. The team needs to tighten up.